Today I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor to convert photo files from one file format to another file format. I have a work folder I have created over here on the desktop, which has 18 photos in. They're TIFF type files. They're running about 38 megabytes each one. The total file folder size is right at 700 megabytes. I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor to convert them from a TIFF file to a JPEG file. So I'm going to go File, Process Multiple Files. The Process Multiple Files screen opens. I'm going to use folders. Now, this is where you put in the source folder. So I'm going to browse for that source folder right now. I was using a 4 gig file folder. Now, 4 gig drive rather. I'm going to use the desktop, the work folder. There's my photos. And I'm going to say choose. I'm going to go to the destination file folder. So I'm going to again reverts back to where I had been using before the 4 gig, but I'm going to select the desktop again. I'm going to say new folder. I'm going to call it fireworks because they're firework files, photos rather. I'm going to create the folder and I'm going to choose that folder. The fireworks folder has now appeared on my desktop. There are no items in that folder. I'm going to call this fireworks. On each photo there will have the name fireworks. So I'm going to put it right now, choose it. I'm going to leave 3 spaces because I want 3 spaces between the word fireworks and my numbering system. I'm going to go here and use a 2-digit numbering system. And I'm going to start it at number 20. I was making 16-inch photos before for another project, which were good for the TV, but I'm going to make this one right at 12. So I'm going to make 12 here, 12 inches wide. And I was using 300 pixels, but I'm going to make these 200 pixels. I hit this before by accident, so we'll make this 20 again. So here we have it's going to be 12 inches wide. Whoops. Something's wrong there. Today I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor to convert TIFF file photos to JPEG file photos. Here's my work folder over here. Number 3. Today I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor to convert TIFF files in this work folder to JPEG files. Each TIFF file here is about 38 megabytes in size. The total folder size is right at 700 megabytes. I'm going to change this to JPEG so it'll be easier to send through the email system. As it is right now, the easiest way would be to send this folder to a friend by Dropbox. So I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor. I come up to File, Process Multiple Files. In the Process Multiple Files screen, I'm going to use folders. That's where my files are. I'm going to specify the source folder. So I click on there. I was using a 4 gig storage unit, but I'm going to use the desktop right now. I'm going to click desktop, work folder, and then choose. As you can see, my files are right there of the pictures. And now I need to have a destination where these photos are going to go to when they're converted to JPEG. So I'm going to go browse, again go back to desktop. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Fireworks. Create that folder, and I'm going to choose it. The folder has appeared on my screen right there. Now I'm going to rename these. I'm going to call them Fireworks. Each photo will have the name Fireworks on in the picture itself. I'm going to use 3 spaces right here between the word Fireworks and my numbering system. On the last group of photos I was doing, I was using a 4-digit file numbering system. I'm going to use a 2-digit one this time, and I'm going to start at number 20. This is good for Windows and Mac operating system. Now, I was using 16 inches photos before, but I'm going to use 12 inches this time. And I'm going to use a resolution of 200, not 300. And I'm going to change it from a TIFF file format to a JPEG high quality file format. You can choose any of the file formats you want to use, just depending on your project. This is the one I'm going to use right here. I'm not worried about errors. The program is very stable, so I haven't had problems to try to track them. If you wanted to do a quick fix of pictures, you could by using auto levels, auto contrast, auto color, and auto sharpening. We're not going to use that right now because they've been manually done, each one. If you want to put a watermark on your photos, you just come down here, type in the name you want to use, select the location, select the type of text you want, select the size that you want, and then you would also choose the color you would want. I'm just showing you this is available, but I'm not going to use it right now. And I'm going to click right here, put it back to gray. And then you could also choose whether you want the color to come through completely, 100%, or maybe only show 50% on each photo in the area you designate. You'll have to try this 2 or 3 times so you get it exactly the way you want it. Now I have my source, my destination, my names, my number system. Oops, we'll put the numbering system here at 20. My width, my resolution, my JPEG high quality, and I'm going to say OK. Now remember, there's no items down here, but I'm going to say OK right now and watch it. Photos are now being converted from JPEG, from TIFF to a JPEG file format that quickly. It appears we had a glitch. One file didn't convert it. Let's look to see what happened. But it still said, oh, there are. The 18 files did come through. It took a little bit longer for one. So if we look at these right now, originally we had a TIFF file, and there it is, 38 megabytes. Here's a JPEG, same photo, 211 kilobytes. Now if I click on this, the photo fills the screen. If I click on this one, the photo fills the screen. The person viewing the photo really can't tell the difference between whether it was 211 kilobytes or whether it was the 38 megabytes to begin with. So this is the way you use Adobe Photoshop Elements Editor to convert photo files from any format you want to another format. Thank you now. Bye.